Didn't tell me. It's like the people come over and says.
So Simon is a broker. He has deals. So we're looking. You just heard. No, you didn't. Okay. Hello. I left my phone. Hello. Are you there? Yes, I left my phone. Right here on the thing on your browser.
Tell me.
Bring it back.
You can call.
It's around the corner, right? Oh, way down the block.
You can call me if you need to reach.
I did. How can you be calling me when if you calling me on this phone? Well, why didn't he just come and bring it to me? It would have been. I mean, I just walked right here. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to live stream. There's some people that might all right, so we're all good. We're all good. Okay. Hello? Okay, thank you. 25. Hold on. What's the address here again? 2578 East Tremont. You here? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I can come out there. Okay, I'll be right. Thanks. All right. So I think we don't need to buy the pizza and stuff. Yeah. And thank you so much. And thank you so much. And you guys are great. You are as well. I can add the live stream. First of all, I need and I need it's not and then the third thing was when you move the lease. But it says
You know, this lease I left, sorry.
no, we said for a blank one,
Oh, okay.
right? We said for a blank one. The other ones don't say that, so this is different. It says room, apartment, other.
Yeah.
And for other, she put efficiency. No, you put a room because they're going to the room. There's such thing as there's no apartment number listed on them either. So I told both of them that I'll send them a PDF filled with version. That way they only enter the tenant name and date with the apartment number. That's it. There's no need to mess that.
Apartment number and apartment
Phone number. And that's it. Send them the little PDF for that. So that's it. So
She text, email that you probably has 2 more people.
Yeah.
She said that it's one, and then
So 2 new ones have the same one.
who's the worker?
It's some, I don't know their name, but they have the same one. So that's an actual.
Not Legion Highway.
No. It's not the one with that we have.
Hello.
No. I don't remember.
Before you get involved with these big deals, the homeless, these big buildings, the hotels, and the housing immigrants and all that, can we please try to save the Kentucky part? Because even if I have to go down, I have a listen, but it really makes me very concerned they pick those fees up today. They said paragraph at the most 3 weeks, but I'm very concerned. I just can't imagine, losing that property that much. Believe me, we've been paying. I've been chipping in paying $6,000 a few months too. So it's only because we couldn't hold that her husband owned their place in Manhattan that's worth more than 150,000, but because the IRS hadn't certified her tax return. She's a business. Yeah. Doing that. I'll see you a little bit. Okay.
And this is like a double whammy because I'm streaming on YouTube and then I'm going to stream on Instagram. And but I would like to do stuff in person because everyone's so used to doing all this social media garbage, and then they're not. No one's real. So what's on the Zoom?
Yeah, did you say something about DVD bot?
Chat.
Oh, she taught me how to do that. I actually didn't do it.
Yeah, I used that. It's really good.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yes. I can show you how to do it. I can show you both how to do it.
It's easy.
And I have, yeah. Well, no, first you gotta find it. First you gotta find it.
I just got to write a letter. If you want to stay.
It's just like anything else.
That maybe, not to say, because they have.
That's not what it's about. We don't use it. So like if you're a firm or if you're a nonprofit organization, you can pay.
You gotta do a marketing letter. I gotta do a letter to,
Yeah, oh my
to
God.
landlords. So I can do rentals.
Yeah.
How would I market, section 8, buying section 8 tenants, homeowners. With rentals in school, you go to have a letter.
Yeah.
High percentage.
So that's happening now. With the tenant. But the schools don't even.
Well, I see now why you need that. I see you had your presentation.
Oh,
Embedded in your phone.
no, I don't have a presentation embedded in my phone.
Oh, you want to do.
I want to do, I usually. So. Yeah, it's still good. It's still my own stuff.
Yeah,
It's still me. It's giving you the words faster, like, it's giving you the thought faster.
Perfect. Grammatically. But you know what? That thumbs down. It can be actually elevated if it's used. But if you have something else to elevate, then you could be not used. one rolls out, you're like, oh, who might not?
I know.
But yeah, I still the numbers. It's not really. Other
You don't put the name at all?
than.
Oh, well. I put this, I don't care what it is. I put
It works on your memory. It works on your memory. Okay.
Amazing. Okay. This is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fast and sweet, and I'm so thankful that you guys are here.
Okay.
I'm really grateful that because what I've been working on for the last year, well, actually, I've been working on for 23 years. So, 25. Figure out how to make money and make it flow consistent. How about y'all? All of it.
Church is like, amen.
And church said, amen.
To the choir.
That's right. Okay, so what we're gonna go over today is what has been going on for them 25. So my name is Tené Williams. I had my first baby at 19, and my baby so early, you gotta go real fast. You gotta figure out how to make money. I thought I was cute. I was gonna walk away, better than go do what I'm gonna do because mommy and daddy don't know what they're talking about. Y'all know about that. My daughter's going to me right now. She's my last one. She's 17. She thinks she knows everything. But I had to go up fast. Insurance license first. The insurance went to just a curiosity for real estate, and some of the stuff. We now have 47 apartments and 102 hotel rooms, and the 102 is what I was talking about. The contract is done, but it's not done. But I claimed it. It's right there. I claimed it a long time ago. So anyway, that's a side conversation that y'all don't know about that are joining in. So those 40, and this is one of the awesome things that I've been really working on is your affirmation of what you say is true because you are creative. You have to watch your words for yourself. You have to know I am the presence that is here. So when you start thinking like that and speaking life into your business, you'll find that it's more consistent. And so I just wanted to share that little sidebar because those 102 hotel rooms were claimed last year and the contracts are not done, but it just came back around today. So 47 doors is I started buying 3 and 4 family apartments. And so those 3 and 4 family apartments are like New York, New Jersey, Ohio, but I've lost in this train. It goes up, it goes down. We've crashed and burned. We had started buying property over in San Diego and Las Vegas and LA first. And I think there was a crash at that time around 2004, and something happened. And then, okay, come back to New York, buy again, get excited. Remember that? I decided I was going to make money and make it fun, like all of us. But somehow something over there crashes. So, the crash and came back, okay, something crash, divorce, and it's always happening to mess up my momentum. So, because if my momentum was consistent, it might be like 150 doors by now, but it hasn't been. But this is how it started. Legacy. It's all about the legacy mindset. This pop up. We're doing in the box. BS hometown. Off White Plains, 25th Street, for since 1967. That was the first home family, a 2-family finished basement. So it's not like it wasn't around me, but she didn't rent the apartment, so I don't know. I didn't get that part. This is me when I was 23 years old. This is the journey. You see, the journey. I wanted these little boys not to be the followers. Mandela and Michael. One of these kids, not to be the boys that I knew about that stood on the corner of Harlem, went to college, came back, and either was shot dead or ended up in either dead or incarcerated. They went off to college, but that's not what I wanted for them. So I was very conscientious to figure out how to make money. And it's like, okay, it's an insurance business. I always was an independent contractor or something, you know, something that makes a big money. I don't want a job. Because you can't pay me. I can work better. I can make more for myself than you can inform that you gotta decide to pay me. So I knew that early on. Being a New Yorker, tried and true, you know. So this is real estate. This is what most of us know about real estate. You buy your house, right? You bought a house. And you know, this is what most of us, this is my first house. I bought a house, it was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, beautiful custom home in North Las Vegas. That was my first house. I thought I made it. Then money dried up because the business I was in selling mortgages can't pay payments for 4 or 5 months, 6 months. You can't make your payments. Then you got to catch up behind the payments. This is what I experienced. Maybe it's different for you guys, but for me, that's what has been consistently as what's middle class. Robert Peter pay Paul all the time. And how much money you make? I make $150,000 a year is gone. Somehow I'm spending it. You make $250 is gone. Because you bought more stuff. So that is the average plan. And for most of us that really understand real estate now, is a plan that our parents and grandparents were able to use to gain appreciation. Like my grandmother, when she had a free and clear house. That free and clear house was for $475,000. She had money. But these days, you're most likely going to lose the house. So it's really a liability. So now,
Everybody say trust, real estate, trust, banks, we can.
let's not go there. We will talk about that. We will talk about that. We will go there. But remember, we're doing a lot of family being recorded, so even though we don't have a lot of people here, I don't want to go off on a tangent. So then you have people that said, like, I started going to those real estate meetings, hotel meetings and stuff, and they taught us how to buy properties. I didn't have any credit. And I didn't have a bunch of cash. So I knew how to get some homeowners by going to real estate clubs to say yes if they were losing their home. And then I knew how to go and find a real estate club that said yes, they liked the spread that I was able to find. So I might find a property that's worth $100,000. I might find it, get a contract for $80,000, and then make $5 grand. So that was called bird dumping back then. But then, you know, those of us that know a little bit about real estate, it's fix or flip. Okay, so you find a rehab property like that, and then you fix it up, you sell it, and you make a big little chunk of money, $20,000, $30,000, or whatever the chunk is, $10,000. And to most of us, that sounds like a great idea because you're not making that if you have a regular W-2. You know, if you have a regular W-2, you're not going to see 20,000 one time. You know, that might be half of your income. So it seems like a good thing, but let me tell you what always happens with those fix and flip deals. What always happens is that you never finish on time. You never see finish on time. Why? I can talk to any, I don't care who the developer is, I don't care how big you are, you know, finish on time. And the longer you have money out from these fix and flip deals, that means you made less and less money than originally projected. And so, you know, by the time you get it, like, okay, and then you never really figure out all the fees at the end. You might end up with that 15 grand, and then you're already behind in some bills. So, you know, you might end up with 5 grand, and that's like, you're still in the rat race. So, while we, back to the beginning, we all agree that we're trying to make money and make that money keep coming, right? So then you got the people with the burn strategy. I think burn strategy is great. Burn things. Buy, refinance, the buy, rehab, refinance, repeat, buy, rehab, refinance, repeat, something. Buy, rehab, refinance, repeat, something. Anyway, what bird means is bird is what we started doing back in 2016. So, but we're doing birds with fours. So we find that last in house, and then go ahead and fix it up, and then hold on to it for the rent. Now I got rent. I'm a landlord. I'm a big bad mother.
Rehab,
Rent,
refinance.
refi, because the reason why you gotta refi, because the only one that's gonna give you a lender, yes, cash out, but the only ones who give you loan for those fixed rubbers are private. So, you know, those are only short term loans, so you always gotta refinance out. Get the money. There's a billion ways for that, but that was the next stage of life. Okay, this is the liability thing. Next stage, so we haven't figured out that. Boom, pandemic, hello. Don't talk about property in New Jersey. They said you can't go. Then there was a moratorium. What happened to my cash flow? Where did I do it right?
Did you use it?
Huh?
The rental assistance program? Yeah.
I today was at a police station, filing a report against the Department of Consumer Affairs, United States Postal Service, and all of the tenants that were my properties. Because $35,000 in rental checks are missing. And they've been missing since May 26th. They send checks. Every time they send checks, we get all the bills at that property, but all of the rental checks are gone. Something, well, either that or the post person, because we went to the police station first, and first the guy was gonna send us away, and that's federal, it's mail, we can't do nothing about it. And then he said, okay, well, go, to the post office, and then bring out to the say, call us, we got an appointment tomorrow, because there's actually some sort of rain going. This is a problem going on. So, and I would do that. So there's someone somewhere you think I'm bringing going on between the post office, someone with six fingers between the Department of Homeless Services and somebody's going there. They already caught a few of them. And we're caught a bit. So what happened to my cash flow? Okay, so average investor, the average person, I know you're one of the average people, you buy and hold, right? Just buy property. That's what a lot of us thought, okay, real estate. Because we heard this thing said that if you buy real estate, and we know that statistically, everyone who owns real estate is definitely more well off than anyone who doesn't.
But what about everybody? I was born with real estate. I don't even understand.
You are natural third generation.
Right. I know you have to get taxes, people, this, that, the other. I just want to have,
But which category do you fall in? Your grandmother and your great grandmother buy and hold investments. Now they have rentals and they're buy and hold investments, right? And they have that property for you to pass down. So this statement is absolutely correct. That that well, I know I'm not the same girl I was 19, no matter about my computer. I'm not that girl no more. I'm not that girl. I'm that girl from 25. I'm definitely a different girl. I'm a woman. And those things definitely did generate wealth, even though you have all the hiccups in between, but there's still a better way, and that's what I'm getting to. Okay, so this is confidential. This information is for people that are accredited investors, but do have some opportunities that are not accredited investors. Accredited investors means that, you know, you understand business. There's risk to everything. We're talking about real estate. I just gave you all of the ways that it can fail. I just told you. But some of our opportunities are only available. We have, I launched what we call a private equity fund. Who here knows what private equity fund is? A private equity fund is a 506C or B or and it just simply means that I'm registered with the SEC to be able to have investors invest and partner with us on some of these major deals where we have figured out how to buy cash flow instead of just buying real estate. Okay, so this is success I just talked about. I'm not that girl that started right here. And I went down and I went up and then all this craziness happened. Okay. And so it's so funny because every time if you read Forbes or Wild Reports or any of those magazines, you can go back and I love reading autobiography. And you will always see that all of these people failed and smashed on the several times. Right. And only Michael Leary, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary, I think I read his story, but I have read several stories. And they just everyone that we look up to that's wealthy has smashed on their face through these different cycles. And what happens is once you've gone through these cycles enough times, you understand the essence. And you go, okay, we know there's cycles on this. How do we get above the water so that you're not inside the river in the stream? You're actually not one of the waves, like or underneath where you have a rock. You are actually a boat floating with those ebbs and flows. And so, you know, and it just depends on the different types of vehicles. So what I found about a year and a half ago is something called real estate, multifamily real estate. Now remember, I was already investing in multifamily real estate, but there's the next level of multifamily. You know, those apartment buildings that we all rented. Those tenement buildings that we all rented when we came up, especially here in New York City. I mean, you didn't grow up buying and living in a house. Did any of y'all? I mean, how many of us grew up in a house? Okay, fine. Yeah. Fine. I didn't grow up in a house. My mother did, but I grew up in an apartment. And when I went to become a teenager, I'm leaving, all I did was go rent an apartment. And this is the thing that's different depending on where you're from. Because some of us out there definitely did grow up in a house. So you knew to go buy a house. I'm a city girl. I need to go rent an apartment and I had to learn that. Right? So here's what's different about what I've done with the small multifamily and with the small single families. Normally you're buying your own backyard. You don't do any research. When it comes to these larger deals, you're going to do research. You have to. You have to do research, and you have to know the data. You have to know about the renters. You know, what's the net migration in the area? What's the jobs in the area? Who, you know, how you can get your money? All this stuff. We need to know a lot of this stuff. So with multifamily, you're buying with a team of investors. So for those of you that saw my text and said, hey, you want to partner with me? This is what it is when you have a private equity firm and you pool together people. And we ask every other as a pension, as an insurance company, as a lender, all those people behind those vehicles are investing. And so they're investing together, and then there's a team that handles everything else. That's what's nice about the large multifamily you have free time. So you're not the one, like we talked to Clarice, who said, well, I'm gonna go out there to Louisiana. I'll sit there and I'll watch some of the contractors now do all that.
Well, put it like this, she was.
Exactly. Yes, you have built from the ground up. How about you guys all used to run your own projects?
Well, that,
Well, not ground up, but You've done rehab, you're the guy, you're the go-to guy. You're the GC, you gotta make sure everything is there, okay? And, but when you go bigger and you buy cash flow instead of a project, then you have your free time. You don't have management. You have multiple properties instead of having just a 3 or 4 properties. Now, or okay, I got 1 property here, or 4 families, or you got a single family. Now you're managing that. What if, and I was complaining at the beginning of this about, oh gosh, pandemic. Now, yes, pandemic hit the entire country. However, in some states are landlord friendly. Some states, there was still, if you had 100 apartments, then you got 100 apartments, and maybe 10 people lost their job, but 90 didn't. So you got more doors, one place. And so when it comes to multiple research markets, people like the diversification of capital, the interest management, the depreciation. That's something you're going to talk to your tax accountant about. We do something on every single deal that we buy called the cost segregation analysis. That cost segregation analysis allows us, and this is why some of you heard that Trump said he only paid $18 in income tax. And some of y'all was mad about that. The way you do that is because it's called a cost segregation analysis. And that allows the IRS, when you're providing help for the community, which we are, now you actually are able to write off. Last year, it was 100% of the investment into that company. So you put 250,000, 500,000, whatever it is, into this property to buy it. That's a complete tax write-off. That's what all the income from that property is also a write-off, because they allow you to write off 27 years of depreciation, year 1. Well, that's how something $1,000 income taxes, because even though he's getting cash flow, he's not paying any taxes on it. And that's legal. And that's what he said. It's legal. Yeah, well, this is a new tax law. It's a tax law. There's tax laws for those of us that are W-2 wage earners. And W-2 wage earners, you made some money, give me that right now. Yeah, you're gonna take it out, because I remember I worked at Maryland at a period of time, and I was mad because I was at Maryland, but I was also an independent contractor because I worked at a mortgage bank in 07, and that mortgage bank was first ranked in the nation. So I will be given the loans, looking at everybody's loans, and I look at every single mortgage loan to the bank and figure out which the loans met the underwriting. But I was paid 30 to 50,000 a month. So I'm trying to so that was a nice time. On a W-2 contract. George Bush implemented an independent contractor law that they, no matter what you put in, remember you can put something that, oh, I'm claiming 10 people. I'm dealing with it later, but I'm claiming 10. And I would do that, would put 10, 12 on there, and no matter what I did, they kept 50% of my money. And so that's 30,000 shekels. So this private equity fund that we put together is called Clearview Eastern Fund. You go to clearvieweasternfund.com. We have targeted returns of 18 to 24% of the ARRs. That means your average rate of return is 18 to 24%. 6 to 8% preferred returns means we, as the partners, do not get paid. We will not take a dime from any of the income until a minimum of 6 to 8%. And then there's something called waterfall, where we then, once we see the profits and we have the profit there, then we split that profit depending on the agreement of each of the properties in our portfolio. 7 to 9% cash on cash basically means we need to make sure we're beating this is just different ways of looking at the same amount of money. So let's say you have $100,000 put into one of our, or actually you put into the portfolio. That portfolio consists of several different properties. So if for any reason, so you know, if you have your money right now in the stock market averages 10% cash on cash. But that's over since the beginning of time. There was 25 years in there where the stock market didn't do 10%. And a lot of people don't realize that. I talk to most people that have money, who has money in the stock market, and they went, okay, if you have money in the stock market for more than 10 years, you may know that last year I had, we did a legacy tour last month. And the guy said last month or last year he was down 8% in his portfolio, and that now he was up 3% in his portfolio. And so he was very excited to see, you know, a bigger return with something else, like, you know, that has higher returns. But no matter what, we make sure that we're going to have at least a 1.5 to 3 times multiple of this means. So what that 1.5 to 3 times multiple means, within 7 to 10 years, sometimes shorter, whatever your principal investment is, your principal will be returned whole as you're getting payments all through the time that you hold the property. When we refinance in 3 years, 5 years, you're getting 1.5% to 3 times more. So that means that you got all your money back, then we're going to give you your principal back in 3 years or 5 years. So now you're 2 times multiple, or 3 times multiple means you had 100, now you have 200, or you have 300 when we refinance. That's what that means. But what's nice is when we pull that cash out from the refi, who can tell me how much money you pay in taxes on a refinance on debt? Oh, okay. So you mean when you get your principal back, you don't pay no taxes on that income, but it's not income? Oh. So this one makes sure we're following, because these wealth taxes, this is the whole point. This is the whole point. Is cash flow, and we get to keep our money. Because we worked our butts off for it. We tried to figure out how to do it. We tried to figure out how to market, how to do this, how to do that, and then we're supposed to have money, right? We're not supposed to go backwards. So, our vision is we help people and businesses worldwide realize true wealth. That is everything for me. All this is the legacy tour. Pop-up is a quick thing. I flew into the Bronx yesterday. I sent out a text message today to a couple of people. Like, hey, you want to come? We're doing a meeting. Last minute, and I'm so grateful that you guys could show up and be available. Thank you so much for allowing us to use your office today. And, you know, it's because this is all, some of you out of it, but have you ever seen my message to come and join the Zoom? Or did you ever get to see my message? Like, you pay attention to me on Instagram? Everyone, I know. So anyway, this message is on my YouTube. This message is on my Eastern social media. This message, because the message is so, it's such an important message to me. Is that wealth? We all are working on butts off, and then something hits us upon the head. It's like, and then you have thought, and you have this deal, and this was supposed to work. Was it crypto last time that you thought it was supposed to work? And you put your money in there and it didn't work. But there's one thing that is consistent, and that's real estate, commercial real estate. Okay, so passive cash flow. This is 1.5 to 3 times multiple, and this is what I was just talking about. So here's how my team underwrites. We look at job growth in the area. We look at tertiary markets. That means that we're not going right inside of the, like if it's Raleigh, North Carolina, we'll look around like the subdivisions of Raleigh, North Carolina for a farm. We're looking at Charlotte, North Carolina. Was not on this chart yet. We're in Orlando. Orlando just had a 3.4% growth. While everybody else, people are starting to move around again since COVID. Since COVID, all this is how much these percentages represent how much the rental went up. They left you. They went up. They went to North Carolina. You know why? There's nobody in who can afford $1,800 a month for a studio. When I was coming at the studio, more 1900. How much is the studio? 21. 2,100 for a studio. Yeah, they moved over to Raleigh. So you get a studio for $900, and it's very nice at Raleigh. They moved to Orlando. It's a little more expensive. So we get and then that's not an area that we like, because even though they and you know what, I have people bring me guilt in New Orleans, but the stats show that New Orleans may be always, you know, there's only two homes there. There's too much litigation for insurance purposes. Yeah, we're still not interested, even though they rebuilt that, even though they rebuilt, what is it called, the levee? They rebuilt the levee, they say it's not gonna happen again. But I also own a condo in Panama City Beach. I own a little 8-unit in Panama City Beach. And that got ransacked again. So and that was right on the beach. So now from those lessons, and then recently, because of the last hurricanes that came to Florida, insurance in Florida, in Tampa, and all these coastal areas are like 4 to 5 times the insurance. 4 to 5 times. So the only way you got thing in those areas is if you get on a blanket insurance policy with somebody that's got 2,000 or 3,000 units. And so that's how some of my friends are doing it over in that area. But we were looking last year, 1970s and 80s properties, Class C, Class B, and I say last year because we've moved that up. We don't really like 70s too much anymore. My team is only looking for like 80s and up. Okay, because once you start getting like 30 years old, remember, we're trying to buy cash flow. I don't want cash flow to not have stuff. I don't care what happens. I don't care about hurricanes. I don't care about tornadoes. So someone said, "Oh, come and buy Kansas." There's a whole bunch over in there where the tornado, the government is giving out money where the tornadoes are. I'm like, what? You want me to tell you will give me the money to the new houses where the tornadoes? Why do I want to? I don't care. Thank you. Why would you do that? So it can be there for like 2 years or 4 years. I don't understand. Some people understand. Okay, we want to be in the path of construction, so we have to check out how many properties are being built in that area. Because we don't want to concentrate on what we do. We want to see what everybody else is, and especially the institutional investors. What is what's Goldman Sachs by? And if you don't know here, they're invested. The capital one is putting their money over here behind those investors. That's where we pay attention to who if we want to be in the path of construction. We buy value add properties and where that it has room for rent. So if it has room for rent, if it has the water bill still on the owner, because what's happening is because of water conservation, we actually get to as landlords used to be responsible for all the water. Water conservation is a big thing. And so now we are putting that bill big thing going on around the whole country, to put that bill on the 10. So what's happening is, we can set up a Rugs account, or we can sub-meter the water.
Oh, you can do that?
Yes.
Right now, we do that all the time.
Depends on the state. Depends on the state. So, yeah, yeah, you can do a Rugs. I don't know if you do
If you're
Rugs.
in a house, it's easier, but if you're in a building,
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. You're a property manager, so you know. But you're a property manager, so you would know the answer to that. But remember, I haven't been investing in years, so I don't even know. This is new information about this. I didn't know about it. You could also, a lot of people in nice buildings, want their trash. They want to put their trash all outside the door, and you want somebody to pick it up, they'll pay for that. A lot of people, they like laundry. We make extra money on, in the property. So if we could charge for laundry, we install laundry. We can charge for the vending machine. If there's no vending machines, we look for opportunities where none of this stuff is there. We'll look at a complex, if they don't have paid parking. Oh, you want to park right in front of your parking, you're inside of your house, $30 a month. And for every $1 that we increase in revenue, we're able to bring in $10 to increase the value. So then $1 increase the value, $10. So it's a really, really big deal. So that's why we're buying. What's not on this list is affordable housing. Last year,
So you said every dollar you bring in, is that monthly, $1, like, you're gonna get a 10-time increase in value?
yes.
So that's actually like $12 for the year, is gonna give you 10 times.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And so what's not on this list is affordable housing. HUD is in an emergency. Affordable housing is shortage is right now 7,000. We just got to talking about $2,100 students, right? So affordable housing is an emergency. You notice a lot of people on the streets right now. They didn't. A lot of people did not need to be on the streets. When these things happen, we're self-employed. All of you that are on these calls with me, you're usually self-employed. And so you probably know how to fit. You might hurt a little bit. But what about those people that are going to hurt right now, especially that are losing jobs to AI? Because whether you like it or not, AI is here. And we live in the future. Every time I look at everything that's happened, like, we are here. They have freaking robot dogs here in New York City. We are in RoboCop. I can see it right now. So AI is here, and several thousand programmers were recently laid off. Several thousand writers were recently. I just seen another video. What she does is, but she's some sort of writer, like film writer or something like that. It was really important to her. And she said she's seen 50% of what she saw before in book. So we are having a pivot, like if you remember what happened when we moved all the car companies out of Detroit and all those people were left hanging. That's happening right now because of all the advancement in technology. It's going nuts. They say that we are doubling in knowledge. We were doubling in knowledge every 100 years. We are now doubling in knowledge 1 month every, what is this crazy statistic? 100 years every month. Something. It's like some stupid statistic I can't even remember. It's like so dumb that you can't put. Like, this is how fast everything is going. Like, we're doubling. Like, I remember when Google came out, and we were talking about this business. You didn't get, all to this stuff, next science, ask Jeeves. And then Google came out, and it worked. And then nobody used any of those companies anymore, and they went out of business. This is what's happening with AI. I just used the AI to create a century of them. And so now, I used to pay someone on Fiverr.
Yes.
I used to sit there, I used to pay someone on Fiverr to be a presenter for my online courses. And now I have to pay them because I can just go on d-id.com and then and I can even take a still photo of myself and make it talk. And I can even take 10 hours of my voice and put it in there and I can be like, Siri, what's that? So it's like the applications, we are now using AI to develop our RFPs, and we are now using AI to spit out books, and we're using AI to find us money for our projects. It ain't a joke. So, it's not easy, and people will lose their jobs, and affordable housing is a big deal. So right now, I just got accepted being a Black female fund manager to a accelerator program for enterprise community partners. They're a multi-billion dollar company, and they said, Tené, develop affordable housing in the DMV area, and we will come and back and bring some equity. And so I started looking, and I've got a project to share with you about that. So, DMV, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. So, but it's Delaware. And it's Delaware. I didn't know it was Delaware. I thought it was D.C., Maryland, Virginia. Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. is in there. Okay, because I consider it. Okay, because it's not an area that I was
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't anywhere else, so right away. Well, yes, I am excited about it. I'm very excited because, for those of you that follow me, I stay at networking events. And I went to international multifamily event in February. And there, in Miami, and there, this guy at the end of the event noticed me. And he said, tell me, who are you? Which school? He grew up right in Manhattan. And he's like, what street you go? And he just starts like humoring. And so come to find out, the guy is the head of capital markets for Cola. Runs billions of dollars. And he told me to call this lady in Chicago, who's working with making sure that a lot of these large banks are working with people like myself. And so that our company is about to share with you. So property management. This is what's nice about these huge deals. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to talk to the tenants. I got into almost time to fight the tenants. I landed, I went to one of the houses, and they went to fight. I kicked the door, I hurt my hand, I broke the door. Harlem is still up in there, right? So I'm sorry. I don't want to be presented with that anymore. So with these larger deals, you are working with the top line, and you're only paying 3.5% on these deals that are over 100 units. So this is the first deal that we found in Washington, D.C., and we are raising $15 million to take this deal down. This is amazing because we are hitting two needs. One, we are hitting our needs because we're able to pay our investors 184% return. That's over that 1.5% in 5 years. Cash on cash, year one looks crazy because this is a brand new apartment complex that literally they don't have the C of O yet. And the day that we get the C of O, we're going to. So this is a 2023 brand new building. Where? In Washington. And we are buying it for $155 million. And when we refinance it, we're gonna make another $30 billion on top of that. Because we're buying it empty. And we'll be able to basically be able to put 20 to 18 and 20, it's 20 to 25 people in an apartment every month. That's what's expected right now until around September. That's go down to about 20 people per month and during the winter time. And then it'll pick back up again. So we should be about 95% occupancy by this time next year.
Is that
And this is brand new building, 260 apartments. And so this 260 apartments, this is the view from the penthouse, I think. And that. I'm gonna come to that right now. That is a great question. You on your stuff, Clarice, as usual. Okay, so here is how. How you gonna get $5 million? I didn't even ask me. So let me tell you how you put these bills together. Our first mortgage is only going to be 65% of the property. And that first mortgage is any Fannie Freddie lender will give us 65 cents for that property. And so the current rate, we average that at about 5.5%. Then because it's a brand new building, sustainability and green is a big deal. So everyone's using the latest LEED certified technology and everyone is building green buildings. And as we are building green buildings, all of those green initiatives are actually able to be paid for. Hold on, real quick, because this I was doing a presentation last month, and the whole presentation went out just because of that right there. It went out, and I was so angry. That's going to be in March. And we had other people on the thing, and I was just like, man. Okay, so there's a program for funding that goes behind the first one. So in commercial, it's not the same as when you got I got a second mortgage, third mortgage, fourth mortgage. No, what we do is this is called a capital set. So you are stacking capital so that you get the best possible return. And so in this case, CPACE is able to refinance our lender. It's called Counterpoint, and Counterpoint is able to refinance us for all of the money already spent on all the materials for the whole window, all the roof, all of that stuff. So in our due diligence period, we're getting all the bills that the already paid are able to refinance the money that's not been out. I bet you I just talked to you. You need another thing, right? I know. So I cut something off here. So anyway, I cut something off. I didn't put the right, I just did this just before, but that I believe is about 23 million. I cut off a piece that's missing. The piece on the left side is missing to tell you how much is each thing. Anyway, so that was about 23 million from CPACE. We are raising 15 million Clearview Eastern Fund, and we will bring in actually institutional investors for the majority. Institutional investors for people that are family offices. Some of you have exited companies, exited businesses recently, and you need to put that money somewhere. I'm not doing it. Huh? No. And so let me tell you about diversification. And I'm sorry for saying one time, because I'm wrong. Like, and this is something that I just learned. We all insurance money come in. I got payment. Now, those are all earned. We have a lot of streams of passive. And so you go ahead and take a percentage of your money and take a risk. But you have to look at what your risk tolerance is. So if you just exited the business and you got 400 million, you exit some fantastic business. You're not going to take 400 million and put 50% Bitcoin. You might take 10% and put it here. There might put 5% in Bitcoin. Might put another 5% in oil and gas. Those passive, right? You might put 5%. We talk about micro loans in Kenya. We have
So we're talking about daily trading, people who market it and just trading real quick. We're talking about
that's a short game, right? That option trading and day traders are pennies. That's a job. I consider that earned income. In the stock market, I consider passive income digital. So if you were buying blue chip stocks, or you look up and see how much AT&T is paying dividends, that's passive income. That's passive. So now you take 5% and you put it into dividend stocks for companies that you know are not going anywhere, like AT&T, that are not going where they go, and they own the lines everything. So I mean, they might go to the technology store, but you know, it's been a few years now. So and then we have something called the tax credits, and these tax credits are like $15 million, and that tax credit is going to be from people that are institutional investors who want to buy the tax credit because we're putting 52 apartments, we're making them affordable housing, and we're actually in the very office of the nonprofit organization that we will be working with to create affordable housing property. And so he is going to be actually the name of the company, Eternal Light of Hope in Mankind. Eternal Light of Hope in Mankind, and please forgive me. All I know is, okay, we're going to do it. I didn't, concentrate on that. But he is a specialist at placing veterans in houses. A specialist. And so we are going to take 52 apartments, and 29 of them are going to stay in affordable housing level for individuals. And then the rest of them, we even have office space that's going to be dedicated to helping veterans go into a home. And so we are all about helping people learn about income, learn about wealth, learn about managing themselves, and keep and going. That's what Clearview Eastern Fund is all about. So we are, because of that, we'll get some tax credits and tax abatements from the government on top of that depreciation I was talking about. Now, here is another thing that we're doing. Wait, did I go over all the returns? Annual rate of return, 36.85%.
But today, based on 100% rental, you said it's 160
Apartments, and of those 260 apartments, we're going to set aside 52 of them for affordable housing.
Oh, I see.
The other apartments are like $4,000 a month.
Oh, I see.
$3,000. This is a very affluent of DC. Right next to the Department of Defense, right next to a bunch of government agencies. The average income, remember we do our research, the average income in that neighborhood is $129,000. And so affordable housing, the people have to be no more than 50% of the average, so maybe it's $7,000.
How are you going to get people that are going to afford it? We have to live in the same place.
Because it's the rules. It's all about our rules. And our rules, we have certain apartments that are on sliding scale. Right, that makes it clear they're on we're building that you get and you have to put percentage to low income or affordable housing. And they'll say, okay, we'll take that and make it affordable housing. High-rise building with people that are $5,000 in rent. And 15 years ago, I didn't know. I heard rumors that those Trump those Riverside Drive buildings that were the Trump Towers, that there was Section 8 in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? They got Section 8 in there? How did they get in there?
You have a back door.
They got it. Who's that? No, I've been in Manhattan, and I have a friend. This is sad, but a wonderful story. His brother has after being incorrectly incarcerated for 30 years. He got
All right.
um,
The Jimmy Fallon proposition, we didn't take a month, but it's still alive.
everything like that. Yes, anyway, so yeah, I brought him up because we went to visit him when he first got out. They had him in a place on 27th Street that was like condo. It was a hotel, it was a converted hotel, and I knew, and there was a doorman, and it was like he was living there. So now I understand. I understand. Okay. And yes, ma'am, we're gonna get there. This is the next project that we're working on, which is not something that I have to discuss. But sometimes a good deal is a good deal. And sometimes certain things are legacy things that you just can't understand. And this right here is the hit factory. And the hit factory is the legacy. And so the reason why I say it's legacy, the hit factory was the music studio, the several factories across the country. And you know, that particular music studio, some of the records that we all love were made there by Madonna and by Jackson, and every artist that you can think of. And it has come up on our path that somebody came to me for funding, and we said we want it. So we put that deal together, and it is going to be a historic studio, a lot of very intimate stars that I'm not going to mention right now that will be involved in the purchase. But they will not be involved. I'm not going to mention right now, but there's a lot of famous people involved that are going to be the money in the acquisition of this thing. And we are buying it for $4.2 million. This exit value is insane. And that's what the numbers say.
Is that Manhattan?
Yes, it is. That's what the numbers say, but I'm not going to repeat it because it's just really good returns. It's really good returns. And the reason why it's really good returns is because we're not just revamping music. We are also going to be having tribute shows there. We're also going to contact me if you want more information. I feel I can't talk about it as much as I talk about other things because it's a very confidential thing that's about NDA to learn more. But you see it right here. This is the first time. It is where we modeling. We're remodeling it, and it's beautiful right now, but we're making it designer, the top designer who built the Sony Music Studio in Miami. He built several people Stevie Wonder's music studio. He built several, so the designer that's rebuilding it, and they're putting the top of the line, everything in there. Talk about AI, it's going to be all up in the walls. So if you want to get involved with that project, you need to contact me, and then you'll learn more after you sign it. So I'm not glad about that. And so, and there is one. This is a property that we bought. We put $250,000 into this property in Raleigh, North Carolina, just so you can see this is what we did. We're doing it in November. This is diversification. We did with this one, and I am not the lead on it. There's another guy that's the lead, and we were the limited partners on this deal, our investors. And so we invested with them. We put $250,000. They were raising 3.8 million, and we closed on this in November. And so, it was 53 apartments, and it made their permanent profits, it made 53 apartments into 82 apartments. But so remember that every $1 you add, you increase the value. So that's how we're making additional money. The property is right next to the universities. It's gorgeous. And by doing that, we're creating more affordable housing. We're taking the 2 bedrooms and making a studio and a 1 bedroom. And so that's what these guys are doing. And this is the kind of stuff that we buy. And, you know, you don't wait to buy real estate, you buy real estate. I know some of you are thinking like, okay, well, I think it's all real estate. But let me tell you about some secret money that a lot of you guys don't even know how to have. And with a lot of people right now getting laid off, I just said, people have lost their jobs in some of these programs. And some of these people that are just, I know a lot of nurses left and they're looking for something else, but they left 401k sitting at their jobs. And some of you have 200,000 sitting in your 401k. And that 401k, you can actually use it to move over into what we call a self-directed IRA. And there are companies that we can refer you to that will help you move your 401k over so that tax-free, you can actually be able to invest in any other deals that we have going on, or any you can control your own future. Don't just let it sit there and have to be traditionally invested. You know, traditional investment, you went down. How much money did anyone go down? Y'all said y'all didn't have any stock money, stock market tenure, but for those of you that did, you had a heart attack in 2020. And you probably had a heart attack in 2008, and then you had another heart attack in 2020. And you're watching your supposed retirement fund just be invested, and you can take control and start getting some of these higher returns. And you talk to, you know, and now you're directing your future. Because think about it, $1 million. If you have $1 million, that means, and that's your retirement money, $1 million. If you saved up $1 million, I know a lot of people have not necessarily saved $1 million, but that means you got $100,000 a year to live on. If you did save up $1 million, that means you got 10 years for your retirement. But hold on, is that even right with the inflation we just saw? Did food just seem to double? I don't know. So maybe that $1 million is going to be $500,000. When do you plan on retiring? What is the money going to be worth then? So you need to make sure you got some versatile vehicles. And you know, if you go into our YouTube, we've got a few wonderful insights by some of the greatest financial analysts. And you know, I was talking a little bit, I touched on the diversification of passive income. It's everything that I talk about in my blood is about helping us learn what we thought we were doing. We made that really good job and we went to college and everything like that, and then things like that. I just think that we don't understand because I made this mistake of yeah, and all of us all of us do get backed up into certain things. You went to school to be a doctor. Was greatest black female to be a first black woman. Thank you, ma'am.
Going to primary care and I come
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for being the first. And then you have other money that you can buy. So those of us that didn't go to the corporate route, you got money sitting in the corporate. You probably went the other route, like I did. You got some properties today. Don't let the equity sit there and go down the market. Pull that equity out, put it to if you're selling, you can actually use a 1031 exchange, and we will partner with you 1031 exchange. You could also pull money out. And that's when you sold your property, and now you take that money and tax deferred, you can put it into another real estate investment. Or you keep your house and pull some equity out. So all of us have this money that we forgot about, and or you've got that income that you can start, depending on the stage that you're at, start thinking about what are you doing with your earned income. I'm gonna take $40,000, and then you put some money into Bitcoin. Oh, somebody sold me on some this and that and the third, and you got to get with more stabilized, assets. And so we are raising in this fund $25 million. Our $25 million covers the down payment for all of these things. As you can see, we work the numbers to get money from government on some of our capital stack. That's how we can buy. We have another project, $250 million. If you go on my Instagram, $267 million. We're actually waiting for that home to come down. We back the reason. The reason why we can look at a $267 million deal and put it off on something and bring in a guy like Grant Cardone to say, today I'll fund the whole thing. Because we know how to make money. And so a lot of times, like everything else in life, we're only looking for small ones. On that huge deal, our fund will only need to put $5.8 million of this $25 million. So we are raising $25 million for this equity fund, and this fund will have all of these different deals. And I'm not going to be talking about what the terms are. We have a minimum return, so I'm pretty excited about what the returns are going to be. It's really, really awesome. So you can go and DM me if you want more information. If you have my cell number, you can call me. You can go to cleareastern.com and you can check out all the numbers that I spoke about. It's all in there, and then one of our investment advisors will get back to you. This is Tené. I will take questions. So, the one property that I didn't get a chance to put a slide for, we don't need a credit to investors for this. Well, we are I'm not going to talk about this.
Okay, so I want you to do everything you would like to do for the
We're not going to talk about this.
yes, but
I know, and I'm going to talk about this.
thank you.
Okay, so, all right. For those of you that are interested in a ridiculously amazing opportunity, that do not require you to be an accredited investor, we are putting together an amazing veterans housing project in Louisville, Kentucky. This veterans housing project will be in 10 homes, and it has been owned. It's been like, it's a historic housing that recently are being modeled. They're all single family homes, and we're putting that project together right now. We are actually raising only about $160,000 to get involved with that project, and it is going to cash flow because we are working with nonprofit organizations. Know what they're doing, and so if you are interested in this, you definitely want to DM me. You do not have to be an accredited investor. And so, for some of the other stuff, you need to be. So the studio, you may not need to be an accredited investor because we are looking at how we're going to. But any of the large multifamily apartments, you do need. So let's see who's online. Okay. All right. So this is what happens. See, I need someone that to watch No, it went off, so it was off. All right, so it was on, that's the fun. Okay. I'll see. I didn't. Okay. Here we go. We're good. Okay, so, thank you so much again, everyone. And, some of you are online, let's see if there's anyone online.
I have a question about your maintenance service for the project with the veterans. Like in my case,